Hey, good evening. What's up, everybody? What's up? It is Thursday. It is Thursday. So, guys, I worked really hard on this. So, let me go ahead and play this real quick. All right. That's my little fancy smancy little commercial that I created with my lack of technical skills. But I thought it came out pretty good. I thought it came out pretty good. All right. All right, y'all. So, good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together Hangout. Welcome. I appreciate you guys being here. Again, if you saw any of my videos and my messages, I was away for about 2 weeks, dealing with some family things and lost a dear friend. So, but we rolling, we're back. So welcome. So we're gonna get started. We're gonna get into this thing quickly because we tend to run out of time, and we don't want to run out of time because we have a good discussion tonight. Tonight. So let me do my official thing. Hey, welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together. I am Donna. I am the creator of the Real Life Relationship Growth Platform. I appreciate y'all being here. Our purpose here is to pour into healthy relationships, whether it be parents, whether it be spouses, whether it be siblings. But of course, our foundation of this umbrella is the husband, wife, boyfriend, girlfriend, the relationships that um, pretty much create all of those other relationships. Okay, if that makes sense. So the criteria for you being here is just this: you have to be single, dating, married, divorced, a widower, courting, or a widower. Widower. That is a criteria for you being here. So if you fall into any of those categories, you are in the right place. You are in the right place. And I appreciate you being here. Appreciate you joining. Um, yeah. All those R's. All those R's at the end. All those R's at the end. Um, so Facebook should be up, you guys. Could someone go and check and let me know if Facebook is up? Because I've hit the live on here, but we all know. So let me do this. Let me ask you all, as you come on, do me a favor. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube. Go to YouTube for me, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to start pushing everything to YouTube. So tonight is any what better time to even start that than tonight? So if you're on Facebook, if you're expecting things to roll on Facebook and you're not seeing me there, it is okay. It is okay. Just go over to YouTube for me. The Real Life Relationship Growth channel on YouTube is right there at the bottom for you. All right, y'all. So let's get into this thing. So the last live I did, I had an array of guests, people that were on that made this so special, made this be what it is. All right. So the title of our live was He Said, She Said. He said, she said. So tonight we are doing part two. We're doing part two, and I'm going to bring the crew on. I'm going to bring the crew on and give that quick introduction for those of you who did not meet them on the last time. You guys are going to meet them now. So, um, of course, I have to do this direction because that's just how we do. I'm bringing the ladies on first. All right. So this is my sister from another mister, my girl from Mannheim, Germany. We met as brats, as children, as teenagers, rather. Um, as teenagers. Okay. Let me get this intro on and then we'll see what's going on, what's happening. My girl Rose. Hey, babe.
Hey, 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 fam, what's going on? I'm out here trick or treating, so you'll have to excuse me. Might hear a
That's
little bit
it.
of noise, but
Yeah,
we
I
out
see
here.
they got you. I see they still got you out there in them trick or treat streets.
Man, they got me huffing and puffing out here, but it's all
Love
good.
it,
It's all
love it.
good.
Okay, all right. And then my girl Miss Corey B. Hey
Hi.
Corey. Hey, hey. How you feeling, babe?
I feel better. Still a little congested, but I'm better. A lot
Feeling
better.
better. Good, good, good. I'm glad to hear that. I'm glad to hear that. So you said you're not seeing it on YouTube, is that right?
I'm not seeing us live, no. But
Yep.
it may be me because last night I missed the husband show podcast.
Okay.
And I know they were live and I couldn't see them, so I don't know what's up. But I'm
Well,
gonna
I'm
see
looking at it. It's literally saying waiting
live.
for real. It's saying that it's coming up and it should be started. It
Okay.
should be
Um,
started. All right. All right. Let me bring the fellas on. Let me do this. Let me bring the fellas on so we can see what's going on. Yep, it's saying it's upcoming. I see that too. I
okay.
see that too. I'm not sure why. Um, but let's just go. Let's just keep going. And see what we can do. See what I can fix in the while we're moving. All right. So of course my other brother, my brat's brother, from Mannheim as well, Mr. Finley.
Hey,
Hey Finley.
how's it going?
Good, good, good. Good, good, good. And then of course the gentleman from the Husband Show podcast, the Husband Show podcast. We have two of the four. Right now we're waiting on one, but we're gonna bring Mr. Sledge on because he's representing and holding it down for the fellas. Hey,
Hello, hello. What's up,
hey.
Corey? How you doing? I'm
I'm
doing
all right.
good.
I can't complain too much. I'm all right.
Cool, cool, cool. And by the way, we weren't live last night. It was a disaster.
Uh
Really?
One of those
oh. Uh
nights.
oh. So yeah, I'm not sure why it's still saying um it's waiting because it's 8:10. So I'm not sure why. Hmm. I'm not sure why YouTube is not showing up. Let's see. And Facebook is literally saying that it's running as well, that it's live.
Let me go on to Facebook.
Y'all give me a second. We're going to try to work out these technical difficulties.
Oh yeah, I see us
You see us on Facebook?
on Facebook. Yes.
Okay.
Oh, that Brown said hello. Well, she said hey.
Okay. Yeah, that's my big sister. Okay. All right. So Facebook is is crazy because usually
Mm-hmm.
Facebook is the one
Yep.
acting up and it's running live tonight. It's going good. Okay. All right. Yeah, I'm seeing it and I'm seeing it on my personal page actually, which is fine. That works as well. Let me send it over. Um let me send it over here and that should get us on both. But YouTube is my concern right now, y'all. I'm not quite sure.
Still hadn't popped up.
I'm
Mm-mm.
not quite sure what to do here. Um, there's two people waiting in the YouTube. Hmm. All right, y'all. I don't want to take anything off and mess up and really because everything is in place on the channels. Everything is in place. All right. All right. So Facebook, we're gonna chop it up. We're gonna do it here on Facebook. We always get one or the other. And are
One of
we
these
seeing that in the chat?
ham, no
Okay.
burger.
Yeah, right. Yeah. So this is recording. So what I'll do later, I'll take it over to YouTube and upload it. That's the only thing that I can think to do. is to take it and load it up, because everything is showing it's in place and it should be on. All right. All right. Today is the right date. All right, y'all. So let's go. Let's get started. If it pops up, that'll be great. Look, my parents hadn't peeked their face in the door yet, telling me something wrong.
I was gonna say come over to the Facebook page because YouTube is playing games today.
Yeah, it is. YouTube is playing games today. All right. And again, I don't even know, it's not like they can hear me. Let me try to do this,
I just
y'all.
posted in YouTube.
Did you?
You posted in YouTube?
I did. Well, it's
Okay.
not live. I just posted and said, come over to the Facebook page. YouTube is playing games today.
Okay. So let me do this. This is why I need that second hand that we talked about. Corey. That somebody helping in the backdrop. Okay. Hey, Kev. We trying to get it together, Kev. Trying to get it together. YouTube is not being my friend right now. But we trying to get it together. Hopefully they'll let me. I'm trying to actually do a live, y'all, on YouTube as I'm going and get this set up. So, all right, come on, YouTube. Public. All right, it's creating. Let's see what we get. Go live. Let's see what we get. All right. Okay. It's coming a little bit different, but we are definitely live on YouTube.
Okay.
We're live on YouTube as well. All right. But I'm seeing a little
Yep, it
different.
says it's live. Now it says
Yep,
live.
you see it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. See, I'm learning a little something. I ain't a technical person, but a little something.
Oh, Lord.
All right, y'all. Let's get this thing going. Hey, Lakeisha, what's up, lady? All right. So as I said, we're doing part 2 tonight of the he said, she said show that we did. The discussion, that we did. When you say show, I feel like a show is to entertain people, Mm-hmm. So the discussion. So yeah, I want to do a little bit of a recap real quick before we get going on this. I want to do a little bit of a recap. I'm gonna have to give Perry a nickname.
I'm short, but we got to be slow mo.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to give Perry a nice little nickname. Hey, Marcus. All right. So last time we met, we pulled out 2 points. Women need to feel protected. Men need to be respected. That's how we started out. Women need to feel protected. Men need to be respected. Last time I said women need to feel protected and, all of those things that go with that. And I said men need to feel respected. If y'all noticed, I changed the feel to be with the men. Women need to feel protected, excuse me. Men need to be respected. Does that make sense, brothers?
I caught that. That makes sense.
Okay. Yeah. I said let me change that wording on that. So last time we met, some points to recap. So Vince pointed out, Mr. Sledge, LA Sledge, pointed out that men want attention. Men do want attention. He made that point. Perry, I'm not gonna get Perry's point yet because Perry late for the show. I'm not skipping Perry tonight until he get here. Rose reminded us. I got Rose's kind of goes with Perry's. So let me back up. Rose, you're gonna have to hold on, sis. Finley talked about
I got you.
uncommunicated. All right, baby. Finley talked about uncommunicated expectations. We talked about uncommunicated expectations. Corey made a valid, really, really good point that makes sense to this whole thing. Corey was like, you need to know your partner. You need to take the time to know your partner. And that process happens as you going on. And the more you know that person, it allows you to understand and know if this person is for you or not, if this thing is going to work. Crystal is celebrating her birthday tonight, and she is not on with us tonight. Y'all, everybody say happy birthday, Crystal.
Happy birthday,
Happy birthday,
Crystal.
Crystal.
Happy
All
birthday.
right. So Crystal is not on tonight. But Crystal spoke about being honest with yourself. Being honest with yourself and presenting yourself honestly who you are from the very beginning. How important that was from the very beginning. And I'm going to go ahead and give Perry's because, like I said, Rose's comes a little bit after. Hers and Perry's kind of go together. We talked about accountability. And Perry, all with his chest, said, women don't women don't take accountability. You know that, and you know we kind of jumped on that, not jumped on it as in jumped on it as jumped on him, but we jumped on that point Rose pointed out, and she reminded us that that goes both ways. We as women feel the same way, that accountability thing. And we hear a lot that men say that, you know, women don't take accountability, women don't take accountability. And we kind of ended the discussion with why is that? And how do we fix that? Because that's major. That's that's major. I don't have a poker face, y'all.
My bad. My bad.
So
Hey, Corey, circle, circle, dot, dot.
okay. I'm sorry, y'all. We sorry. We sorry. We sorry. We got a little private chat, y'all. There's a little private chat, to be honest. And they be throwing me sometimes. I'm like, y'all, like I don't see that. All right. Rose popped out. I'm sure she's gonna come back in a second. Okay. All right. So we kind of ended with that. It kind of went off with that accountability thing and why. Like men are saying it, women are saying it. So like how do we fix this thing? Because that's a problem. It's a problem that we're all saying you ain't accountable. No, you ain't accountable.
Right.
No, you. So, you know, how do we fix that? So we're going to go from this thing tonight, y'all, with the reality of things, because this is real life relationship growth. And unless we get real, there is no growth. Unless you come with the for real, and you say the things that are hurting you, bothering you, and you're not communicating that with your partner and the people that you're dealing with, you're going to stay stuck. It's moving nowhere. So I'm calling this segment, y'all, we talked about the good. Let's get into the ugly. Let's get into the ugly. We want to be like, oh, this is great, and oh, I just love him, and he's so great. The hell with that. Let's get into the ugly, because that brother gets on the last nerve. And and what you say? What you say, Mr. Sledge?
Oh, I know I do. I do, and I do that shit on purpose. I'm just saying, I do it on purpose.
So I kind of came with some whys, and why? Like, why do y'all? Because this is going to stem into the uglies. This is going to stem into the uglies, and we want to take these uglies, these ugly ducklings, y'all, and we want to come out with something, excuse me, beautiful at the end. Because this is growth. This is growth. So I have a why. And as I have a why, y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get it. Y'all gonna get where I'm going and what I'm saying, and we're gonna do the why, okay? My why is brothers, men, here and abroad.
Worldwide.
Ooh,
Worldwide.
everybody covered.
Why do you all start out one way and then switch up.
Wait. Did she just drop her pen?
Yes, I
She
did.
did.
I almost walked off.
She
Except
did.
I look here. So what?
Corey, high five. Just do like this, Corey. Just do.
So okay.
That was my first why. That was my first why.
Give me the why again. Give me the why again.
Why do you all start out one way and then switch it up? Let me give you an example. So at the beginning, I was the best thing since sliced bread. There was no wrong. There was no, and anybody that spends at least 15 minutes with me knows that I am the real deal. What you see is what you get.
Okay.
I'm not fronting. I'm not sugarcoating. I'm not. I've learned to communicate better. I've learned that everything that comes up don't need to come out. I have learned that, but you know, in the process of the beginning, getting to know what I like. You know, I like romantic gestures. I love flowers. I love getting surprises. I love those kind of things. And they come on heavy at the beginning. You know, going to the job. Oh, you got some flowers. Oh, wow. He remembered.
Okay.
You know, so, you know, that's just a little small of it. But why the switch ups, fellas? Why the switch up?
What you got on that one, Philly?
I was gonna leave that to you. I was just going, nah, I don't even know why we're doing all this. I just had
back
to
and forth.
It's a game. That was like a baton pass, and I was in the second lane. I don't even know what's going on.
Where is Perry?
What I realize is, I think, like, you know how you were talking about taking accountability. I think that it kind of goes both ways when you're looking. I'm not trying to switch it.
No, do you? Because there's a purpose.
I'm going to say it from multiple points. I've seen it. Like, I was dating somebody. I went to go open the door. She looked at me and she said, if you're not going to open the door up all the time, you shouldn't open it up now. I walked my ass back on the other side of the thing. I was like, you're right. You have to be yourself. And I want to be blunt with you because this is real life.
Yeah.
Sometimes guys see a woman that they want to date. They look and say, I want her. They will do almost anything to get her. The problem is, it's not every guy. Because there's a lot of guys who are just intimidated to get with that woman because he doesn't think that he has enough to get, that he has enough to get with her. But a lot of guys who have nothing to lose, they'll play that leopard. They will play and do anything that you want them to do to get with you. And once they got you, they decide, hey, I already got her, so it don't even matter. A lot of the guys who come out real, when you see them, they're not going to, they'll give you flowers sometimes. It might be out of character, but it's a new relationship. The first 90 days, a lot of people act out of character to get that person and be who they think that person wants them to be. The older you get, the less you have time for games, to me anyways. And to me, when you get to that point, you're just like, look, take me or I don't have time. My clock is going. I got like 60 more. I got like about 10 more years. I got like about 15. I want to be honest, and I want, like you and I, Donna, we were talking earlier about relationships and how it's like, look, this is what you get. But a lot of times, those guys that come out and are boisterous and bold, not saying everyone, but a lot of them are just trying to get to the draws. A lot of them are trying to get to that one thing. Then there's some guys who are trying to get you and want to do anything to get you and don't know how to keep you. But the real ones, they stay around and they try to do the things. They don't have time for those games. But see, it's the same with women too.
Dog, I should have been right, and I'm sorry. I was stuck on points.
Hey, he hit all the points. And then I'm gonna piggyback off the comment that Kevin made. If those feelings aren't reciprocated, like, yeah, we start off doing things and being all extra, and then we start to, like, not every woman, but some women can get complacent. You know what I mean? They start to expect that stuff and then don't want to give anything in return. You see what I'm saying? So they start to notice that some of that stuff that she did when, in the beginning, You know, it was cute back then, but it ain't cute no more.
Okay. So
And
with that, I'm sorry, I just have a quick question on that. Would that mean that you all accepted whatever it is that she was putting out and it really wasn't acceptable to you? Because you said it was cute at first.
kinda, I accepted
Okay.
what she was putting out, and I expected that to continue. But
Okay.
once that stops, it's like, you know, you buy a car and you realize it ain't as fast as you thought it was. It's what they call it, buyer's remorse.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
get about halfway in and you like, hey, this ain't what I thought it was gonna be. You know what I mean? She used to do this when we were dating. She did it great.
You
But all of a
said
sudden,
buyer's
she don't know how.
remorse.
Right.
You know, that's something like my cousin said before. He said, "Cuz, let me tell you this. All those things that you think are cute in the very beginning, they're gonna get on your nerves in about 6 months to a year."
Yep. It took a little longer for me. It took about 5 years, and then I had that conversation in the driveway, like, okay, let's go on in. You know what I mean? Oh yeah. It was cute in the beginning, but you're right.
Okay. Okay. It's cute in the beginning. Let me ask real quick. He said LA for the win. Anyone in Corey, are you able to see the original YouTube? I took it to a live stream, but are you able to see the original YouTube? I'm not sure if it's still showing upcoming.
Is it?
No, I went to the live. And the live, I can't
See everyone.
no, I can only see you and I can only hear you. But
Okay.
but you're kind of there like, oh, what? But there's no other conversation.
No other comments. Okay.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, I did type into the into YouTube to let people know if they could please come over to Facebook. That's so crazy. And
It's weird.
it is, because
So
I've never had a problem with. Say again?
Facebook is usually the problem, not YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Excuse me. Facebook is usually the problem. Okay. Yeah, Facebook is usually the problem. So I don't know what's happening tonight, y'all. I apologize. All right, we're gonna keep going. Hopefully they got the message to come over to Facebook. Okay. So yeah, really, really good points, gentlemen. Really good points. I appreciate that. So being that I started out with the why, excuse me. Anybody else think of a why that you want to come at on the other direction? Men, y'all have a why, or Miss Corey, do you have a why? Because remember, we talking about the ugly tonight.
I mean, or the way she dropped that pen, I think she got a few whys.
No, no. I was listening. Your first question was, how do we fix the accountability issue? And then you were talking about why. So that's when I dropped the pin, when you were saying that. But why? That's a good darn question. I don't know the answer because I'm perfect. So I have no idea why y'all stopped doing what you did in the beginning. I believe it's the whole cat and mouse thing. Where they say, oh, men are the hunters and they have to hunt. And I don't know if that's the thing, because it's almost like a catch and release thing with y'all. I think. But I don't know. I'm not a man, so I couldn't say.
Catch and release.
Like, you know how you've ever heard people say, oh, men are hunters. They're going to chase you a little bit.
But I still think that comes along to the lines of, oh, I'm just going after her, see if I can get her type. There's some people who are out there like that. Then there's some people, like they said, there's some women, and I won't be just blunt, some women are hoes and some women are wives. The women have a saying about guys. There's some guys out there are F me boys. And they think, and some people feel like they're ready for relationships and they're really not. So it's up to you to find out and weed between everything, because there's some guys that can give you the time of day and just stay a friend because you see all this stuff that, oh, he's cute and he does all this other stuff for me, but why can't he be that relationship guy?
Good question. Good question.
Not
I
attractive.
got a why.
Okay, but you're attracted to that guy who's coming and acting like he's doing everything that you want.
No,
him to?
I'm not. I'm just
Well,
saying.
I'm just
the only other
throwing
reason.
stuff back. I'm just,
You say you got a why?
Yeah. Why do women always jump to the worst case scenario in damn near every situation?
Here's why.
Okay.
Because if it's not the worst case scenario, we're already prepared.
Okay.
Here's an example. Maybe not.
Good example. Good example.
That
Good answer. Good answer.
What happened? What happened?
Right, I was trying to think of an example. So here's an example. You know, something catastrophic is supposed to happen in 5 minutes. 5 minutes. Just in your home. Nobody else is affected, just you. In 5 minutes, it's going down. The FBI didn't call, the CIA, everybody didn't call to say, hey, this is going to happen. We can't help you. You're on your own. And you're like, all right, let me prepare everything. Everything's prepared. And then they say, my bad. We read this wrong. It was completely wrong. We're so sorry about it. You're relieved. But if that didn't happen, everything is taken care of. And now you're like, well, listen, if anything ever does happen, I'm okay. Kind of like the same way people prepare for these major hurricanes or whatever. And they're like, oh, it's going to be a category 17. But then it's just a tropical storm. Well, they've done everything. They bought all their water, their toilet paper for some reason. Everything. They got
everything. That's actual life or death right there.
That's how we see it. Everything is life or death.
So
Go ahead.
I'm sorry. I'm going to take it to another level. So, like, what about that person who goes, I know you've been out there cheating. I know you've been out here doing all these other things.
There you go.
The problem is when you come at a person, instead of talking to them or talking with them and accusing, they start becoming more along the lines of they're going to do it.
You said assume the worst.
But that is,
You said assume the worst. You didn't say accusing. That's a different level.
No, I said if you assume the worst and you say, oh, you're out here doing this.
But listen, it ain't that far apart. It ain't that far apart.
No.
One of those things happens in the mind and it's not verbalized. If in my mind I think that my man is cheating, you know what? I'm preparing. How am I going to approach this? How am I going to talk to him about this? What am I going to say? Am I going to call my friends and we're going to do the whole FBI thing and search him out and follow him at his job and flatten the tires and, you know, put some, you know, what we're going to do? What we're going to do? You know, this is the plan. I don't know. But if we find out, well, actually, he's just been taking his sister to some health thing because she's sick and doesn't want anybody to know. Okay, that's bad, but it's not what I thought. I'm preparing for the absolute worst. I'm preparing for 10. So if it's a 7, okay, it's not as bad.
So, okay.
There you go.
So why do some women repeat your question, sir?
Why do some women always expect the worst case scenario? And it's a big wide gamut. Because she'll call me and be like, oh, my tire pressure is low. I think my truck's going to explode. It can go from that to why you got your phone on silent. Who's going to be calling you? You know, it's a big...
Good question, though. Why is it on silent?
Don't worry about it.
Why is it on silent?
I don't want to be...
Okay.
You don't want to be scared. What you mean? Like what you saying?
I mean...
Mine's always on vibrate.
I'm just saying. Hey, family, my girlfriend knows when I'm at home anyway.
That's hilarious. You know what? I'm not gonna play with you on that one. You ain't gonna get a high five, or you ain't even gonna have somebody coming and
I've already sent that text. I already sent that text.
You already prepared.
Yes, sir. I am. So, I'm not gonna high five you on that one.
Let me go with the answer, y'all. Let me go with the answer. I'm gonna come from this perspective, and I'm gonna come from experience.
Okay.
Right. Mm-hmm. I was and still am a little bit of that woman.
Okay.
And a lot of that stemmed from not even him. I think that response comes from, and you know, we say these things and they're real. It's a trauma response. because my expectation is the other shoe is going to fall because it fell before.
Right.
And because it fell before, now I'm going to go to the extreme level
Mm-hmm.
as opposed to looking at what's right here, what's right here. So I think on this side of it, Corey, I hear what you're saying, and not debating it or anything like that. But what I'm saying on this level, I feel like that's a response of mistrust. That's a response of either I don't trust you, something has happened to make me not trust you, insecurity. Yes, I don't trust you. Something has happened to make me not trust you, or I came into this thing not trusting.
Right.
And I tried to say, you know what? I'm not going to be that way this time because this brother has shown me this, this, and that, and he hadn't shown me this, this, and that. But when it comes right down to it, when it comes to the depthness of it, that's some unresolved stuff that
Yes.
now you Finley have to deal with, or
Deal
you
with it
Sledge
too.
have to deal with.
But see,
That's if you understand and you know
right.
that you didn't put her in a position to question you like that.
Right. But there's nothing more frustrating. And now let's take the infidelity part off the table. Just everyday,
Yeah.
you know what I mean? Just everyday stuff, everyday scenarios. There's nothing more frustrating than to have to reassure and reassure and reassure when you've seen me handle this before, or you see me get us out of worse situations. You know what I mean? But every time it's like the end of the world is here.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And
more frustrating.
Marcus just made a great point. Until you heal, you are subject to cause an issue that was never really there.
Right.
That is on point. That is on point. That's why it's so important. We saying it early, Kevin. Ding, 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 ding. Counseling. And let me just, I want to say this real quick, y'all, because we hear this a lot. Like, I have a friend that everything that goes on the page, he gonna come strong for the brothers on it. He coming strong. Even if he know the brothers are wrong, he coming strong for the brothers.
Okay.
So his take on it, and I've seen this different places, his take on it is she need to come healed and she need to come ready and she need to come this. I'm not here to babysit. I'm not here to do this and I'm not here to do that. And I totally understand that. And I agree with that. If it's causing you some grief, stress, and all of that stuff. But just understand, you're not going to see all of that maybe first jump out the box.
Right.
It's things that happen within the relationship that may trigger some things in her or him that causes them to act that way. This is how those things change. And this is my little side note. You support. You hold them accountable.
Mm-hmm.
Hey, what are you going to do about that? Honestly, I haven't done XYZ, and it is frustrating to see you respond to me like that. And I'm doing these things to make sure you know I'm in this thing. What are you going to do to help yourself with that? You got to ask those questions and you got to put them on Front Street, because now I got to take responsibility and say, I'm going to lay on some therapist's couch.
Right.
So I can get myself right. So I won't take this brother through these things. Or vice versa. Because I know some men.
Oh, it's a lot of us.
That give a sister a hard time to go.
Yep.
A hard way to go. So, it just goes both ways. So.
But I think also anything worth having is worth fighting for. I mean, everybody got traumas. Everybody got issues to bring to the table. So by me showing up for you and supporting you time and time again and accepting all that stuff, because I got my own flaws. Nobody's perfect. But I mean, that's what I meant by the reassuring part. Yeah, Corey is the only perfect person I know. But yeah, that's what I meant about the reassuring part. Like, I have to constantly do that over and over again, and still.
Yeah. That requires that person. That requires that person to take care of that for themselves.
Yes.
And until they realize and recognize that, because I had to do that, y'all. I did. I'm like, because I got tired of hearing, I'm not him. I didn't do what he did. But it's hard when you don't face that to understand and know, coming from childhood trauma to then trying to understand why I look or deal with or gravitate toward these type men that bring that same thing that looks like what their childhood trauma looked like. Reality was I had to sit down and be like, why am I doing that?
Yeah.
Why am I doing that? So I really, really, really think the why to that, and just my opinion, the why to that is we women have to, because it came from a man. That's all I'm saying. I'm not saying it can't go both ways. I'm just saying this was a man's why. We women, we have to, we got to figure it out.
Yeah.
And figure out how not to spew it out on them.
Yeah. Perfect answer. Perfect answer.
Let's see. Let's get a comment here. Kevin, things are going to happen while growing in a relationship. Can't think the worst and yet expect the best. Gotta afford folks some grace until they show that they don't care. That's it right there. Affording some grace. Affording some grace.
I guess that's kind of the same thing of how do you expect a person to be all in a relationship with you if you can't be all in with them?
That's true.
Yep.
That's true.
And that's a not all in. That is a not all in. I'm not all in because I haven't dealt with, should I even be here in the first place? Am I ready? Am I healed? Am I, at that place? At that place. But if it's something that's going on a long time and year after year and nothing has changed, sister girl, baby love, it's you. It's you got to do something to help you so you can help y'all. So you can help y'all. Okay. All right. So another why? Finley, you got a why?
You got a why, Finley?
Why am I even talking? No, I don't have anything. I'm just here listening. I didn't mean to talk as much as I have. I apologize. I'm just gonna be sitting here.
He met his word quota.
I did. I already ran out on my list.
So Marcus said, if you can't trust me, you don't love me.
I don't know.
I don't know. That's true.
Yeah. I hear what you're saying, Marcus. Because if we take words at literal face value for what they actually mean, he's right. If we take words, and that's what we should be doing. So thank you, Marcus. Yeah.
Okay.
That's what.
I'm sorry. Can't to a degree. The reason I'm saying that is because there are some people who overlove. They love so much they're scared of losing. It might not be just the love part. It might be the I don't trust because of my past relationships. I love you too much to want to let you go.
Got it. And then you messing up in the process.
Yeah.
Okay.
You still messing up in the process. Yeah. I love you so much. I don't want to let you go. But dang, where you going?
Where you going? Where you been? Where you been and why you smell like that?
Why you got that high karate on?
Exactly.
Where you going and where you at? Why are you leaving?
And then you can also say, I love you so much that it concerns me that I can't trust you.
Mm-hmm.
So try and fix that.
Marcus said that's not love, though. Love hopes all, believes all. Mm-hmm. In a biblical sense.
Yeah, I'm just saying. In the real world.
Yeah, Marcus, I hear what you're saying. And we have to go to that. If extreme is the word, we have to go to that extreme with what we said. Go and say hi to Chi-Chi, Corey.
Hi, Chi-Chi. How are you?
She got excited.
Yeah. You tell she's been sick.
You know what?
So what you said, Philly? She was faking it?
I'm not going to say she was faking it, but that was a good turnaround.
had me coughing
man.
yesterday, but that was good, right? I'm just
Mhm.
glad you feel better, friend.
Whatever.
I don't care what these two are saying.
Hey, it's all good. It's all good.
I'm just
Trust
glad you
the other
feel better.
side.
I'm just glad you feel better.
Thank
Yeah,
you.
yeah. So I believe, you know, if we do take these terms to the extreme, to the letter of what they say they mean, do y'all think more relationships would make it if we did? Like, and I know we have different levels of understanding, and our experiences pretty much dictate how we think. Um, and that's when we have to go outside of that box and realize those differences. Finley and I were chatting about this earlier. Those opposites, those differences that do make sense still. Just because it's different than the way I think or how I see it doesn't mean it does not make sense. It still makes sense.
Right.
In some form or fashion. So um taking it to the letter of the law, what love means, what love actually means.
Right. Right. 'Cause
If we did that, oh, go ahead.
No, I'm just saying anybody can say it.
Mm-hmm.
Like Kevin said a minute ago in the comment, love is an action word. You got to show it.
Mm-hmm.
You got to show it.
Yep.
People have different ways of showing it too.
That's true. That's true. And
So-
it may not be what you jive with, but is there?
Yeah.
You know. So yeah.
Yep. And that's back to that. What did Crystal say? Being honest.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Being honest. Mm-hmm.
Being
The problem
honest.
is everyone wants to define love the way they want to. Let me put that
Instead of the way it
instead
really is. Yep.
of the way it really is. That is the problem.
That's
I
honestly,
agree,
that's
Mark.
just a bigger problem. I mean, that's, for example, like when everybody says, you know, let me tell my truth. Well, your truth is a lie. You
Right.
just want to say it that way because you want to be the victor and not the villain.
Right.
No, it's
Mhm.
not. So we this is the I generation. Everything's about me, I. So that's just I think there's a bigger theme at play there. But to
Ooh, girl,
answer
you
your
just
question,
segued into my next why. You see how this works?
go ahead.
Oh, she got
Honesty. Honesty.
Mhm.
And we hit it, you know, in talking about the other why.
Mhm.
You know, you guys were saying at the beginning you kind of want to, you know, that's cute. That's cute. She's cute. Aw. She's acting that way. She said that. Aw, that's cute.
Some of it is even sexy.
Uh,
Some of it.
There you go. And don't think we don't know that.
Right. Right. That's why y'all put it in the holster and pull it out when it's necessary.
Ba-ba! But there goes the ugly part of it. It's not honest. It's not honest. And you know, I have this thing I always say to my nieces because all of them grown and you know adults and married, except two of them. And I say this to other young ladies and other women: use your powers for good, sis. Use your powers for good because we do have powers.
Oh yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact.
We do.
Everything
And if you want that brother to be happy, to be content, to know he's respected, you got to use your powers for good.
Mhm.
So we can't use that what we know and just to get our way,
Right.
just get what we want when we want it. When we want it. Sorry, Rose. There you go, baby. Hey, Rose. Sorry, I didn't see you lingering over there.
Girl, I just made it home.
All right, we glad you made it.
And my
sis.
phone died.
Oh, that's what happened.
Yeah.
Okay. So, we're doing the whys. We're talking about the ugly of this thing of relationships. So we're asking those whys. And that first why was, why do brothers start a certain way and switch up? So now we're
Did
at that
anybody
why.
say comfortability?
Now that why that we're on is I just, you know, kind of segued is the honesty. Why not? Why not be honest? And I look, I ain't gonna say that. I already know this for the brothers. Remember, anything you say, Corey, is gonna come from a female perspective, and we want them to
Got you.
Mm-hmm,
Okay, but I still want to hear it. Spit it out, Corey.
I'm not
Spit
saying
it
no.
out.
Go ahead, speak. I'm listening. Go ahead.
You done turned to sign language.
Yeah.
Woo, Corey. I mean, Finley. Yeah, I just glanced out that one. My peripheral. I'm gonna get on that, sir. We coming back to that one. Yes, we are. Yeah,
Okay.
y'all saw that, right? The honesty, the honesty, sirs. Why?
In what regard? I mean, what are we talking about specifically?
Okay. Anything, nigga. No, I was playing.
Oh Lord.
I'm just playing. Okay, so let's put it in this context. Like, I have these plans. This is him talking to her.
Okay.
I have these plans, and I'm going to do certain things. I see where I am, and I see it's not the best position for myself, and also to be in this relationship. But no, I'm going to do X, Y, Z, and I'm going to make things better, and I'm going to I'm going to be a better man, and I missed it. Didn't I tell you I don't have a poker face, Finley?
Oh
So
Lord.
yeah, and again, remember, we coming from the ugly, but we want to end up in a great place.
Okay.
So there has to be an explanation for that. What would y'all say that explanation is? Like, and so let me repeat it, cause y'all, no poker face, y'all threw me.
Yeah.
You say you're going to do X, Y, Z. And you say you're going to do it because you want to be in a better place and you want to position yourself better to be in this relationship. And then you don't do it. And then you act like it's a problem because that's the expectation now.
You want that one, Phil, or you want me to hit it?
No, you got that one.
So, speaking for myself, if it's anything that I said that I was going to do and I don't follow through, it's because I didn't really give a damn about it to begin with.
Ooh.
I'm just going to be honest with you.
Mm-hmm.
I really didn't care about what you were talking about. It was not important to me. And I may say something just to get into the next moment or to get out of the hot seat. But as soon as we walk out of this door, right out it goes.
Ooh.
That's just a fact.
Yeah, we talking honesty.
Just like we were talking about a minute ago when I said some of that stuff y'all do in the beginning is cute and some of it is even sexy, and then it gets to a point where you don't give a damn no more.
Yeah.
You don't care whether it's cute or sexy, you still gonna do it. So yeah, I mean,
So that's one perspective. You saying y'all, that particular brother really did being dishonest. He really didn't care about it. It just looked good or sound good at the moment.
Right.
Okay, I got one. Okay, I'm gonna go along the lines of yours.
Okay.
But I see where Marcus wrote something, and sometimes that's kind of true, because I've been working with some, not working like I'm a therapist. I knew that I needed to work out. I know I need to work out. Okay. And someone saying, "Hey, Finley, come on, let's do some stretching and everything else." That first time, I was sweating. You would have thought I did hot yoga. I just was out of shape. And then they said, "We're going to do it on Wednesday." I'm like, okay. Well, I didn't ask them. And they didn't respond back. So it just kind of slid. And it's like sometimes when you're like, "Hey, I need you to go pick this up." Okay, the first time I pick it up and you don't use it, the next time you ask me to pick it up, well, obviously it wasn't that important. You'll remind me again if it is.
There you go.
And that's sometimes how people go. And they like, okay, let me do a quick check to see if this is as important to you as you make it seem like I should be going out of my way for it.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. Short attention span.
Short attention span.
Yes, ma'am.
I want to touch on the end of what Marcus said. Okay. Well, let me just read the whole thing. If we say it, we may need your support. If we don't follow through immediately and you keep bringing it up, it becomes a burden. Let me respond to that as a woman.
Okay, go ahead, because I'm gonna mute myself.
Yeah, Corey, you gonna just and Rose, y'all just.
I think
yeah.
I just need a cigarette off of that one. I don't even
Yeah,
know.
boy.
It becomes a burden. So, Marcus, dear, whose burden is it?
I knew
It's
that.
your burden. I hear what you're saying. It becomes a burden. But now, as I try to support you, as I try to show that I'm team on board, and then I say something. Now, of course, it depends on how it's said. If you come at it in a nagging and in a sarcastic and ugly way, then the brother you done shut it off right there. It's done.
It's done.
It will go no further.
No.
But if you say, hey, I got you some new sneakers. Because I know you said you wanted to go running. You wanted to start running and you didn't have the proper sneakers. So, I got you some sneakers. And now, you hearing, well, why you got to say something? I said I'm going to do it. I'm going to make the time to do it. So whose burden is it? Marcus? As if Marcus could speak right now. I'm sorry, Marcus, baby. I know you can't speak right now, but
he did. He replied. He said it becomes a burden if there's no support, is what he's saying.
Okay.
I don't understand the support part, but I do understand why it may be a burden.
Oh, speak on it, sis.
Okay.
So it may be a burden because we brought to light something that should have been done. And a lot of times when you're faced with something that you shoulda, coulda, woulda have done, then you're defensive.
Yeah, nobody.
And when you become defensive, you're trying to we talking about the ugly, so we're gonna get down and dirty. So you're making an excuse to say why. Well, it's bothering me. Well, I'm just trying to give you a gentle reminder.
Gentle?
So I'm just saying, if I come to you with something and I bring it up again, that doesn't necessarily mean that that's not gentle or it's not.
Hush, Kevin.
I could just be telling you, hey, I just wanted to let you know, I bought those shoes for you. I haven't seen you wear them.
Gotcha.
And then that's a burden for you to carry that because you mad because I pointed out something that you wanted, but then didn't utilize.
She didn't say something. She said something.
Hello.
Something.
Yeah. Hello.
So when you apply that to all the situations, not just a pair of shoes, but the honey-do list or I asked you not to speak to me that way, or I asked if we could go to dinner once a month, or I asked for X, Y, and Z. When you apply it to those things, this person is putting a mirror in front of your face. So it's not really her that you're dealing with, it's yourself.
It's yourself.
Right. And nobody likes to have their deficiencies highlighted.
Not at all.
Not at all.
Right.
Not at all. And to flip that, if I bring that up to her gently, I don't want to hear 1,000 reasons why.
I agree.
Why not? You know what I mean? Same thing goes both ways. The way you put that, Rose, I want to apologize for something. I don't know what, but shit. I'm sorry.
Get the apology out, brother. Just go ahead and apologize.
It's all right.
Yeah, so
I wanted to apologize for every man that ever did something wrong. I was like, I felt like Biden. I just needed to apologize.
On behalf of all the men.
The man that thought he was half a man. I want to apologize for him too.
Y'all a mess.
So here we go back to that beautiful word that we all love, accountability. Here we go back to that word, accountability. Okay, but there's attitude. But remember, Marcus, we said if I come at you in a loving, supporting way, I get what you're saying, and I agree. If you come with the something like Rose just did, then of course that defense is going to go up, and you like, hold on, I'm a grown man. I'm not a child. Like, who you talking to? Then you throw it off. I understand that.
Yes. Nobody wants to be chastised.
Yeah. And I have been the giver of chastisement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's like, bruh,
Y'all need to look that word up. I'm sorry,
I
that's
think
it.
so. I think so.
Yeah, because I got to be a little bit of truth and a little bit of Donna.
How many H's in that joint? How many H's in there?
but we, you know, again, Marcus, we talking about coming at you supportive because you know the us of old is not the us of now. We still have residue. We still have residue. But the us of old is not the us of now. If we made a choice to do better, you learn better, you expected to do better. There's a lot of old fools walking around.
Right.
A lot of old fools walking around. But we're talking about, and just taking your example, Marcus, I did start out saying she's supportive. She's giving, she's loving, I'm with you on this one. And what do you need me to do? How do you need me to? And then it turns into, well, you pushing, you know, give me a chance to do this, and you not being patient.
By this point, the sneakers are dusty. How much of
dusty? I'll tell you one thing.
You can't take them back now.
You said the us of then and the us of now. The us of, well, the me of then, when faced with that attitude, would have been defensive and put up a wall. But the me of now, if you come at me like that, Rose, I'm like, oh, she's passionate about this shit, and I want peace, so I'm gonna get it done. Sometimes
that's the grown.
Sometimes we kick in the ass. That's for real.
Yeah. That's the real. Go ahead, Finley.
I'm sorry. Now I was getting ready to, Sister Rose over here, and I was getting ready to say, when two people, like, you know, when I was butting heads with somebody, you have to start realizing, hey, if I'm going to work on this, I need to be able to take this criticism, or without thinking it's complete criticism. Like, I'm not trying to say, you know, like, if a person comes to me, if you want to shut me down and you start telling me what I need to do, I'll tell you the first thing I need to do is stay black and die. You know, pay taxes in between. That need word can just, it's like almost looking at a child. But what I'm saying is, what you have to be able to do is talk to a person, get your point across, and be able to understand this person means this much to me. I should be doing this. When that person gets, when Rose was moving the camera and doing all that, I knew I need to do what she told me to do.
Exactly.
But seriously, when it comes down to it, you have to be able to grow and realize not everything. If it's a person who's gaslighting or a person who's trying to belittle you, I can understand. But if it's someone who's trying to help you out, hey babe, why haven't you gone to the doctor yet? I know you need to go get checked out. Hey, I know we need to work on the physical fitness. Hey, you got to get your eating better. Hey, you know we got to get that 401k plan working correctly. We got to do this. But when it's like, you know what? The only thing your lazy ass ever do is sit around and play video games. You're not helping. You're not saying, hey, what are we going to do? What are we working with?
Sorry.
Responding
in
love.
My glasses. I'm sorry.
I always say respond in love. If you respond in love, knowing you care about that person and that person is receiving it in that form, then you know you're going to have some tough conversations. That's just what it is. If I love you enough to tell you that, then you should understand, if you know who I am, there's that knowing who we are part. If you know who I am, if you know who your audience is, then you know, okay, she's coming at a place where she cares about me. She loves me. Yes, it's a tough conversation. Yes, it's uncomfortable, but still needs to, you know.
You can lay down and drop off. You just get so much.
I'm sorry, y'all. My tech person just walked in. I'm gonna let him peek real quick. Keep talking. Keep going.
But no, I think that what Rose said was just right on spot.
Right.
I'm not gonna argue with her.
But also think you gotta consider too, if a person's to the point where, first of all, you should know your person. Yeah. You should know.
But you have to, that's a growing thing too.
Right. But they didn't say something to you 10 times. You know that 11th time is going to be, they're going to come with the thunder. They're going to say everything they want to say.
And that's right.
Right.
You shouldn't go past 3 times.
Right. But once you're on that 10th time, come on now. You had plenty of warning, plenty of time, plenty of opportunity to pull it together. So when they come at you, first of all, if a woman is fussing and everything about you, they still care. If we stop fussing, that's when you got to worry.
That's when you worry.
Honey, we working on the plan. We just baiting our time. That's all we doing. But if I stop fussing, that's when you worry. But when I do, no, it's time. It's been time.
There's love in the fuss.
Absolutely.
Hey, it's like when the kids downstairs and they get quiet. You like, what the hell going on down there?
Yeah, uh-huh.
You should know
What they doing?
What's going on? Hey, what y'all doing down there?
That's it. That's it.
Oh yeah, but mine is a master manipulator. She got ways of making me do stuff that I realize after it's done that I actually did that shit, and I'm like, how did that happen?
Because she knows you.
Exactly,
Mhm.
she knows you and knows.
She knows you.
Because that other way wouldn't have worked, but this way did.
Right.
Mhm.
Just admit that you trained, brother. It's all right.
Hey, I'm totally institutionalized. I don't
That
even
is
write letters.
Moving ball smoothie.
Right. I don't even write letters home no more. I'm good where I'm at.
I heard that.
That's a shame.
Oh man.
So then,
What you go?
never mind. I was gonna say something, but I lost it. I'm back.
How you lose it?
Listen, I work with children all day.
Yeah, I understand.
Oh, honey.
This allergy attack has been happening since Sunday. So
Mm.
that's what's happening.
Okay.
LA done surrendered.
White
Hey,
flag.
y'all. Thank you.
White-
My apologies, y'all. We tried to look into it real quick, so it is what it is. I'm just gonna try to have it reconnected for next week. Okay. All right. Yeah, I heard y'all. So, yeah, I have to do this real quick. Corey and Rose, my parents are here. And my mom actually wanted to sit on the couch with me, but she's not feeling well. But she just slid a note in.
Oh,
And if I don't read this note,
Well, no, go ahead, Mama. Gotta read the note.
yeah, I'm 52, but sister had this way of looking and make me feel like I'm 10.
Oh, I know that look.
that's how you know you were raised. And
And she wrote it on this napkin, y'all, and I'm trying to make it out because
no.
it's so light.
Off the napkin.
The gist I'm getting from it is if we put God in the middle,
Mhm.
we'll make it right. If we put him
That's
in the
right.
middle of all of this, the relationships will work. We'll make it
I do
right.
believe that.
That's
I
true.
believe that too.
Yep.
That's
Yeah.
true.
Unless you're one of those people that decide to pick and choose what God's telling you.
Ooh.
Nah, you can't.
I think we kind of do that every day.
Some people do that. Some people, well, you need to provide. Well, you're supposed to be my helper.
Oh,
Hey.
okay. Oh, I see how you did that, Finley. You brought that back. Okay. I see how you did that.
Don't
see how
keep,
you did
don't
that.
keep outlining,
Okay.
don't keep outlining my responsibilities without piping in on yours.
Say that
Yeah.
again. Say that again.
Don't keep outlining my responsibilities without piping in on yours.
Ooh.
Saying you play a role in
Woo.
this thing too.
Woo,
You
woo,
play a
woo.
role.
So,
Okay.
so
So
then
let me
does
say
that
this.
mean the
What
brothers
what-
can't keep
what
bringing
about the
accountability?
Sorry, Corey. Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
Oh,
What- Go ahead, Corey.
does that mean the brothers can't keep talking about accountability and how women don't take it?
Mm.
See, I can't. That's Perry's thing.
Yeah.
I
But I
gave up
do.
that fight a long time ago.
I
Oh.
do believe we brought this thing on in because it came down to Perry was like it came down to communication. Could it
Yeah.
have been that
It could
it's just a lack of communication in order to take accountability? That communication has to connect, it has to be there.
Yeah, it
So
does. I agree with the note though. You gotta put God first. But my grandma used to say also, prayer without work is worthless.
Mm-hmm.
That's
Yeah.
right.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Whatever that works
we
is
pray that
good.
I'm praying for
Mhm.
him. Look, and then this, I'm praying for him to act right.
Right.
Who praying for you?
Right.
You gotta
I'm
be
praying
I
for her to act right.
Mhm.
right.
Who
You
praying
gotta
for
be
you?
careful. You gotta be careful who you let pray for you too.
I read it. I read it. Didn't I read it? Could you?
I don't know what
She
you're
Didn't
talking
I
about. I
read
don't
it?
remember her reading nothing. I'm just playing. She read it.
I read it.
A mess.
No, I read it, mommy. I did.
She read it. She couldn't
And
understand. No,
Finley
she read
segued
it.
into that helpmate, my responsibility helpmate. So we got it.
Yeah.
We got it. I read it. So I heard what you said, Mom. We got it. So it is. I promise you. It is. We got it. So Philly was saying what went into that is and Mr. Sledge was saying, in other words, if I'm doing what I'm supposed to do, but you constantly at me for what I'm supposed to do, are you doing what you're supposed to do? Is that about right?
Kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's it.
Is that about right?
That's about right.
Yep. Yep. Is that about right? Mm-hmm. I
It does
am.
come back down to the accountability things. Not only is it accountable, she accountable, but the male is accountable as well. It has to be on both ends to make it work.
Right.
If I say
Right.
I'm going to do this and I don't, how can I hold her accountable for what she's doing? If I'm
This
doing
is
what
true.
I'm doing and you're not doing it, you know, and you're trying to get on me for accountability, wait a minute, are you doing what you're supposed to?
Yeah.
I always say, never ask of someone what you yourself can't give.
That's exactly it.
That's right.
If you follow that, I think that eliminates a large portion of relationship issues. We have these expectations of people that we are sometimes, and even as women, I'm going to say that. Okay.
Yeah.
I have some friends. Oh, I want a man that got this and do this and got that and be like this. I'm like, are you those things?
Mhm.
Can you counter those things if he needs them from you? And if you can't give that, why are you demanding it? You ain't even asking. Women demanding it.
Oh, yeah.
Right.
Glad you said
Right?
that, I was thinking
We
about saying
do. We
something like
demand,
that.
right? Because we deserve to demand. But I'm not going to go and tell a man, hey, I need X, Y, and Z financially from you if I don't got my finances together. If I'm
That's
spending
right.
every dime I'm making, or if I'm, you know what I'm saying, not being financially
right.
responsible, how can I ask you to be financially responsible and provide at the same time?
Right.
Yes.
There's a
Woo.
guy that I
That's
work
right.
with. There's a guy I work with. He started dating this woman for a month and a half. He says, she said, I'm a little short. He's like, well, what's you short? She gives him this 1,100 or something. He said, well, what's that? She said, that's my mortgage. I need you to pay that.
I'm sorry, what?
Yeah, exactly.
Oh no.
You want me to pay
No.
after? So we in a relationship. Well, no. After 1 month, that's not right.
No.
Yeah, that's ridiculous.
I got a mortgage too. We not living together.
Right.
Right.
You know,
Unless you got
right.
a pole in the middle of your living room.
You expect high expectations, and like he broke down as he was. He's like, so if I'm paying all this, I expect to be able to get it when I want to. That's what he said, and she was like, well, it don't work that way.
Well, they don't work.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't demand, you don't ask. Like, that's not just, that don't seem right to me.
That just gave me a thought. That's what I was going to say a minute ago. What I was going to say a minute ago is that sounds like possibly the woman that was used to seeing daddy do all of that stuff and take care of all of those things. And mom didn't do a lot. Dad took care of all of those things, but mom didn't have to do a lot. So, and so we have to go back also. We have to also get back to the thought of the differences in how we were brought up, how we understand what it looks like, our roles in the relationship. Like my ex-husband and I, my kid's dad, my kid's father, we had these conversations sometimes, and we talk about why things did not work, why we didn't make it. We were both young, and we were trying to fashion ourselves off of our parents.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And it did not work because I'm not my mom, he's not his dad, and the way they did things was way different.
But you know what though? I gotta admit, I tried intentionally to do things completely different than he did, than what I saw. And now that I'm looking back on it, maybe I should have been, plug some of his ways of thinking into it, because maybe things would be a little different.
We don't throw it all away. We just know that there were some things. Yeah. Right. We can't throw it all away, but yeah. So that's where that thought came from for me. Was maybe she's looking at it this way because we know we live in the world of social media and everybody's telling you what you should and should not do. And oh, my man did this and TikTok is showing that and these are looking he did this and he did that. So people do get stuck in that.
Mhm.
But sometimes, sometimes, sometimes it just has to be some unlearned behavior.
Mm-hmm.
We do have behavior that needs to be unlearned.
Yes, reprogram.
Reset, reboot.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Because girl, what you think? He's supposed to pay your mortgage, your rent, a month?
A month.
Honestly, even 6 months. I would
That's
dare
too
to even say a year. No. Until y'all really get. I don't know when I would expect a man to pay all my bills.
When we live under one roof and we have the same last name.
There you go. That's
Did
what
you
I'm
see-
saying. Like who?
Did you see
Yeah.
the interview from Lisa Ray one time where she said, "I'm not even going," and this was a little unquoted, but it was basically, "I'm not even going to pay the electric bill. He got to pay it all." And there's so many people who have that mentality out there. I'm not
Yeah.
saying the older women.
I
I'm
was
saying there
actually
are a
going to
lot
do.
of women.
I was actually going to do a show on that. There's more detail into that because honestly, I posted that. I posted what she was talking about, and it's more in detail and more detailed than that. Because I was high fiving Lisa, and I'm gonna tell you why I was high fiving Lisa.
Well, I can't wait to see the
What
show.
she said was, "It's not that I can't do it. I just want to know that he can do it. I want to be with a brother that I know that if something happens, if I'm not able to do it, I'm not telling him to pick my load up. I'm just saying if I can't carry the load, I just need to know that you are able to carry the load."
Okay, but a lot of people take that first message and start going out on the streets and thinking, "I want a 6'1" guy that makes 6 figures."
That's the misconception. Like with anything else,
Mhm.
you want what you think you see on social media, but you don't see what's happening behind closed doors.
Behind closed doors.
You don't know what people are putting up with, and you don't know why the grass is greener. You don't know what kind of ish is being put on that grass. It could be fake. It could be a whole lot of mess. You don't know what it is.
That's right.
So you think you want that when you don't know what it is you're asking for.
Right.
So yes, you don't get all the information and you go out asking for things you don't think you want, and you're going to get some things you didn't think you wanted to have.
That's right.
That's right. That's it.
Right.
And the other thing too about Lisa Ray, she was married to a prime minister who could do all that. So to me, her saying that I didn't get what the big deal was because number one, she's an actress. She doesn't have the typical way that most people earn money. She's an actress. She owns a clothing line, and she was the wife of a prime minister who did that. So I could see if people were upset because she was just a rando who had never had that before.
Yeah.
She's had that before. So to me,
gotta
I'm
be
like,
realistic.
Right, but I never heard the whole interview. I just saw that part, and I'm like, well, she's had that before, so why wouldn't she want that? I mean,
and she's the best dancer in the Players Club.
Yeah.
That's the first thing you the best dancer in the Players Club. You
oh goodness!
Look, that's that. Pew pew.
Yes, sir.
Dang, that's what that is.
That's right.
That's what that is. Whoa. Use your powers for good, ladies. I'm telling you.
Use them for good.
Use them for good. Get much further.
Yep.
Much further. But yeah. It definitely comes down to where we left off last time. We left off with accountability. It still comes down to that. We cannot expect people to pour into us what we're not even pouring into them, or they can see we even have the ability to pour into them. To pour into them. So so many people and so many relationships get lost and broken and all of this because people aren't taking the time to, like Marcus was saying, we're not taking those words seriously. We're not acting like Kev was saying, love is an action word.
Right.
And if we take what Marcus said and we roll it up like Kevin said, and put action to it, we wouldn't have these problems because it comes down to selfishness.
Yeah, it does. And also, how much of lack of accountability comes down to pride too? Like,
oh yes,
you know what I mean? Just not being able to accept that you
ain't. Corey, was he over in the corner?
No,
it is Halloween.
I'm here.
You're right. It comes down to pride. Pride comes before a fall. Pride comes before a fall. When you can't let that stuff go because you hurt me, you hurt my feelings, and you said this and you said that, and that person is literally saying, "I'm sorry. That I realized that I hurt your feelings, and now I'm understanding where you were coming from. I'm understanding why you see it that way. But give me a minute to understand that. They're getting to know, Corey. They're getting to know. Give me a minute to understand who you are so we can do this thing together in a healthy, productive way."
Right.
Point blank, period. Point blank, period. That's what it comes down to. That's what it comes down to. All right, y'all. Yeah, it's almost 9:30. You know, we could do this forever. But the ugly, I think we did pretty good on talking about the ugly. It wasn't just all those, what's perfect, but we want to know how to get from the ugly to get to the better position and a better situation in our relationships. No sense. I could not. Oh, so in closing, so I want y'all to be able to give y'all, thoughts, closing out and leaving. Anybody, I want to call anybody else. Anybody out, rather. Anybody have a thought you want to leave with tonight?
Okay, I got one. I'm sure Corey got some because she's been doing that all night. But yeah, just popping up. But no, I mean the accountability thing. So I'll give you a scenario or a true life thing. So she came to me once and said, "You know what? You were a great father to these children, to our children. I couldn't have asked for a better father, but you weren't always the best husband." So I had to accept. I had to eat it. At first, it kind of hurt a little because I'm thinking I'm doing things right. Yeah. But that was the whole accepting the responsibility of my actions and taking accountability for where I fell short. So I think if we could learn to do that shit and just eat it. Sometimes it don't even require a response. Just eat it, process it, and do better.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, that's my fault.
Don't always require a response.
Right. Process you process it. Don't turn it back into an argument. There's a way to talk about how can I do better, or what do kind of. It doesn't have to be an argument.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that healing, learning, and growing.
Yeah, I've learned even if he or she is wrong in what they're saying, they're saying it for a reason.
Yes.
And if it's processed, then instead of jumping in defense, you can come back in a better way where they'll receive what your truth is.
Yep.
I had to learn that because people say, and they say it with their chest real strong, what they feel and what they think. And it may not be the case if they're directing it at something you've done or you're even thinking. I hate that thing. I hate when people say that. Tell you what you thinking.
Oh, yeah.
What you mean?
Yeah.
You're going to tell me what I'm thinking. I've literally told you what I mean. Or how I feel. Yes.
How I'm supposed to feel.
That's even worse.
Right.
You don't really feel that way.
Maybe we should bring back the old suggestion boxes.
Philly, I heard that. That hit hard. What'd you say, Philly? What's that last thing you said?
I can't remember.
He said somebody telling you how you feel, like you didn't really feel that way. You ain't really feel that way.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Lord have mercy. Anybody else? Anybody got a thought they want to close with?
I wanted to say, do a couple of things. Listen to what's said. Like, just really listen to what the person is saying. Don't listen to respond. Just listen to what they're saying. Once they're done, sit on what they said.
Mm-hmm.
Sit on everything they said, the information they gave you. Think about it. Truly digest it. Is it right? Is it wrong? And then ask for clarification, because sometimes what you receive and what was said are two different things.
Different things.
And sometimes the person's thinking they're saying this,
Right.
and they're meaning that and a couple other things or something else. And then once you've done all that, then you can adequately respond to their concern.
Right.
So listen, sit, clarify, respond.
Listen,
Did you just put the pen down? Are you done? I'm sorry. It was like definitive. She just
That's it. The verdict is in.
Gavel down.
Gavel down.
Dropping pins.
I can't even find my damn pen. Oh Lord.
And with that, Mr. Finley, do you have a close?
I have nothing to say. Thank you.
Yeah, I was scared to even ask.
I appreciate you allowing me to come on for these 2 episodes. I think that there's a lot to learn from everybody's opinion. I mean, everybody has facts, everybody has opinions, everybody has their truths. And the thing about their truth is, you put a person on a lie detector, that's how they feel. It's going to actually turn up that way. There are things that we have to be able to take from other people and actually receive it, because when we put a defense on something, we don't receive. And if that person is really there and you feel that person is there for you and meant for you, they're not trying to harm you. They're trying to help you, and you should be a helper to them as well.
Yep.
That's all I got to say about that.
Yep.
Drop.
Love it. Miss Rose, what you got?
My closing comments are, even though you may live with or are around your significant other on a consistent basis, you still may not know about some internal struggles they're dealing with. So respond in love and be kind always. Because what may be going on in someone's head, they may not be articulating. And so just know that love and understanding and patience will sometimes be the answer to what's happening. So just respond in love and treat each other with patience.
That's right. Love that. Love that. Patience. We tend to stop short when it comes to that. We look at situations like, that's not how it's supposed to look. That's not how I feel. I don't feel, this doesn't feel good. This doesn't, those are emotions, and emotions change. And I always tell my children, don't make lifelong solid decisions off of emotion. We cannot do that. If we make, because it'll change tomorrow. I was with a guy one time, and he used to tell me, I'm not happy. I don't feel happy. That was his word. I'm not feeling happy.
Who'd you date, for real?
I was like, this Negro one of the 7 dwarfs. What are we? Dopey, happy, sleepy?
I'm
what?
not sleepy, motherfucker.
Right.
But
I'm
you
not
are
happy.
You are dopey, bro.
Right. And I'm like, who the hell is happy all the time? Who is
and whose responsibility is it to make sure that you are happy?
Right. Yeah. So that's just those exit stage left verbiages that I listen for. No, okay. Well,
I like what Marcus just wrote.
Yep. I see it. 2 different perspectives and ideologies coming together requires patience and time to merge together and run the same course. That's right. Philly, go and drop something for Marcus, because he ain't drop. Could you drop something for Marcus?
Hold on.
You got, how many pens you got, brother?
You know what? That's the one that works.
He got the whole damn pocket protector over
Man, Marcus over here using some big words. I got to look half of them up. That's pretty good.
Yeah, Marcus, that's good. That's a good closeout right there. That's a good closeout right there. Merge together and run the same course. If you're gonna be there and you made this decision and this is the person, there's gonna be some uglies about them, but there are also some beauty. There's some beauty in them as well.
I do have one quick question, if you don't mind.
Sure.
And this might be a good topic for another time.
Mm-hmm.
When it comes to, with marriage, people say to death to his part, trying to work things out. When do you figure out that you should make it work with that relationship, or when do you decide that you should give it up? Sorry, that just came to me. I'm sorry. I'll probably forget in like 2 minutes.
Yeah.
With all these pens, somebody should write that down.
Right.
Somebody.
My pens are broke now.
I ain't got no pens.
They're broke now. You might want to just do some voice to text. I'm just saying.
I've been using a nubbed out pencil. So I can
nubbed out. It just broke.
Katie don't have no pencil sharpeners in the house. How you at school? You got like one pencil sharpener in the house.
I feel like I'm being shit on.
That's good, Finley. That's good. And yeah, like you said, that definitely is a subject for another time. But I'm gonna say this little point on it, if that's okay. This little point on that. Everybody's situation is different. There is no timeline. For me, that's the same for you or you or you. Everybody's situation is different. And I really feel like we really know. We really, really know when our time is up in a relationship or a situation.
Marcus is tripping.
Yeah.
Marcus said you gotta fold
got
them.
to know when. Okay, Marcus.
Girl, that's the same thing.
When to fold
Yeah. Know when to walk
Like, ain't
away.
that a song?
Know when the hell to run. Yeah. And I'll say this. If there's any abuse involved, whether it's mental, physical, emotional, that's pretty much one of your cues. That is a cue.
But I will say this. There were flags you missed.
Finley.
Yep.
There were flags that were missed. Yep. There were flags you chose not to see.
Yep. Yeah. Because you thought it was cute.
Bam.
Oh, he just loves me. He just cares.
Oh, look, girl, he did this. No, girl, that ain't it.
That's right. That's right.
That ain't it.
Yeah. I think we
But
do
yes,
know.
we could talk about that for another topic. That'd be a good one.
Could. Yeah. We do know.
I got a whole lot to say about that.
We just don't wanna go.
It's easier to stay. It's easier. All my stuff is here.
Oh my God.
Wow, that was good.
He said all my stuff is here.
Yeah, I don't want to move it.
Oh my gosh.
Whoa. That's good. That's good. Okay, Finley, go ahead.
Drop that thing.
I done ran out of pens.
I'm about to say, you better not drop another pen.
Oh, no. He got one.
I know he got about 50 of them.
All right, y'all. So we're gonna say good night to Facebook, YouTube. I don't even know if you can hear me. I'm gonna load the video to YouTube because I don't want people to miss. So YouTube, I am gonna say to you guys, I apologize. I will reload the stream key. That has to be what the issue is. And we should be good to go next week. So I appreciate you guys joining us tonight. Crew, do me a favor, sit tight. But we're gonna say good night to Facebook. Bye, y'all.
Oh Lord, I'm